In this section of the demo, we're going to look at how to launch a survey using the email deployment option. On the Define a Quota page, first select the question you'd like to use as the basis for your quota. Let's select the first question. Please rate your overall satisfaction with our product. Now let's enter a question ID that will help us identify the question used for our quota when we review and filter our survey results. Then we'll move the different answer options into groups. Just click on a response to highlight it. Then click on the right arrow button next to the group you want to move it into. The group will become active as long as it has at least one answer option in it, which is indicated by the green check mark. You can create up to 4 different answer groups, and you don't have to move every answer option into a group. Let's continue moving the different answer options into 2 groups, one for satisfied customers and one for dissatisfied customers. Now let's give each group a name that will help us identify it when we review and filter our survey results. Now let's enter a quota value for each group. For this survey, I'd like to have an even distribution of 150 satisfied and 150 dissatisfied customers. This means that after the first 150 customers who respond either very satisfied or somewhat satisfied complete the survey, the first group, the satisfied group, will be closed, and anyone who submits either a very satisfied or somewhat satisfied response will be considered over the quota, and they'll be directed to the over quota page. When the second group, the dissatisfied group, meets its quota, the survey will automatically close, and all other respondents will get the survey closed page if they click on the survey link. If you only need to include one question in your quota, click the Submit button now to save your quota definition and continue launching your survey. You can also define a quota based on up to 3 question group combinations. If you'd like to see how that's done, click on the Advanced Mode button on the screen. You can always return to this page and add additional questions up until the survey is launched. And remember that you cannot change any of your quota settings after the survey is deployed, but you can increase the quota values if you'd like to continue allowing additional responses from either group. The message that appears on the screen reminds you that if you haven't already submitted the single question quota definition we just entered, it will not be carried forward in advanced mode. If you'd like to save it before we move on, click Cancel and then submit the page. Then return to this page by clicking on the Edit Quota link and click on the Advanced Mode button again. You'll see this warning message regardless of whether you've made any changes to the quota definition before clicking on the Advanced Mode button. Let's click OK for now to move right into the Advanced Mode. And you'll see that we need to select our first question again since it was not saved. Notice that the fields are mostly the same in advanced mode, except the quota values are missing. We'll use the question ID and group names to identify the groups when we assign quota values for each combination, so we don't need to enter any quota values here. Now let's select our second question. And we'll group the answer options just as we did with the first question. We can submit the quota now and assign values for each combination. Or if we have at least 3 closed-ended questions in our survey, we can add a third question to our quota. Let's go ahead and click on the Add Third Question button to add another question. Then we'll select the question and move the answer options into groups, just as we did with the last 2 questions. Now let's submit the page to save all 3 question and answer groups and assign quota values for each combination. Every possible combination of question groups is displayed on the page. You'll see that the question IDs and group names are used to identify each group. If you hover your mouse over any group name, you'll see the answer options that are included in that group. You can click on the Edit Group link here, or click on the Edit button at the bottom of the screen to make any changes to any of the quota settings up until the survey is launched. Let's assign quota values to get an even distribution of new customers who are either satisfied or dissatisfied, and either male or female. You don't have to assign quota values for each question group combination, but you do have to enter at least 1 quota value for any row for the quota to be active. You can click on the Edit button to make any changes to any of the quota definitions up until the survey is launched. Click on the Submit button to save your settings and continue launching the survey. Now we're back on the survey launch confirmation screen. Let's click on the Launch Survey arrow to generate the link to our survey. Then click OK to confirm the launch. A web link for your survey is now displayed on the screen. This link can be posted on a website or sent to your respondents using your own email program. After you launch your survey, you'll be able to see the results as they come in. More information about the differences between deployment methods can be found in our online knowledge base. Just click on the Support Help link on any Zoomerang page. Another deployment option available to you is to purchase a list of survey respondents from Zoomerang. Zoomerang's True Sample is a reliable and cost-effective way to acquire targeted, opt-in email addresses for your research projects. The panel is comprised of individuals who have agreed to participate in online corporate research and web-based surveys. Select the third option on the How to Deploy Your Survey screen. Then click Submit to begin the quote request process. Now click on the Get a Quote button. And fill out the online form. Click on the Get Started button at the end of the form, and we'll be in touch with you regarding your request. Thanks for watching the survey deployment demo video. Please take a few minutes to take our survey and tell us what you thought of the presentation.